All right, so I just came from watching Superman. Um, Damn, this movie is something. So I'm gonna start off with the good stuff. So first off, what I really like was Mr. Terrific. I think Mr. Terrific was really great in the movie. He was kind of serious at the beginning, but then for some reason, he started to make jokes. So I was like, all right. What else? Lois, the actress who plays Lois Lane. I really liked her as Lois. Also, the actor Superman. I think he did a great job with what he had. But man, the writing on this movie is. I think you probably heard this from other people. That is very silly, very goofy. So let's start off with the beginning. Obviously, there's gonna be spoilers in this video. I usually don't do this kind of reviews for movies, but this is one that I wanted to talk about. So at the beginning, it starts with a little recap. 3 years that Superman came to Earth, and then it says 3 months, and then it says it kind of makes a joke also in there because it shows 3 years, 3 months, 3 hours, and then 3 minutes, and then in the 3 minutes, I believe it says that for the first time Superman has been beaten by someone, and I'm like, okay, and because of the movie, if you've seen the movie, then you know that Superman just gets he gets beats up like almost every single time. So you're telling me that for the first time he's getting beat up, that he's been defeated, but then in the movie you're gonna show me that he's being like thrown around by Lex Luthor henchmen. Like for me, this Superman is the weakest I have seen him. I don't think any other Superman that I have seen in the movies, even in the show, Superman and Lois, I don't think I have ever seen a Superman this weak. And again, I have nothing against the actor. I think the actor did an amazing job. I like the way he looks at Superman, but the writing is what ruins it for me. That's what is stopping me from loving this new Superman that James Gunn is introducing. Like there was a lot of good scenes that were ruined by jokes. Like the fight for the final in the final moment of the movie, when Lex Luthor is screaming at Superman, and then Crypto comes out of nowhere and just throws him around his office. I was like, what the heck? I was locked into that scene until freaking Crypto came in and just threw him around just for a good laugh. Like some people in the theater were laughing where I went. So for them they find it funny, but I was like, it kind of ruined a good moment from that scene. And the robots, Superman robots, there was a emotional scene, well, kind of, where Superman arrives and they see that Lex Luthor and his henchmen destroyed his place, and he's holding like I believe it's called the Robot Four, the number 4 one. He's holding him, but before he holds him, he's like trying to stab himself, and I was like, what the heck is going on here? I was like, why? Why would you show that the robot trying to stab himself, and then you're gonna show me an emotional scene? Like, if you wouldn't have shown me that, I think I would have felt a little bit more for the robot. But you were showing me a goofy scene where he's trying to stab himself. I was like, what the heck? So there are some good scenes in here. There's some good scenes in here, but I don't know. James Gunn's just implemented some goofiness in there, just to break the tension up or something like that. Like there were some good scenes, but for some reason he ruins it by adding jokes here and there. Another scene is where Lex Luthor brings the guy that helped Superman get up when he was fighting Ultraman, and he does the Russian roulette on him, and he actually kills him, and I was really surprised. I did not expect for Lex Luthor to kill him. He kills him, and I was surprised. I was like, "What the heck?" I really did not expect that from the Superman movie, but it was really it really leveled up Lex Luthor for me when he did that. But then Lex Luthor comes with some quirky jokes here and there, and I was like, oh, okay, you kind of ruined the moment for me. And not only that, but there's a moment in the movie where he gets mad and he throws his cup of coffee with that has some pencils in there, and then he said, pick them up, and then all of his workers go and picked up the pencils. They put the pencils in a new cup, and then for some reason he throws them back again, and then his workers go and get the pencils again. Like he it was a kind of that was supposed to be like a more serious moment where he's getting angry, but it has a joke in there that whatever he throws on the floor now, his workers are gonna pick it up. Like this type of stuff is really what ruins the character from Lex Luthor. Like when there's moments whether he doesn't make jokes, or where it's not that jokey like for the pencil. Like he really shines. Like I really love this Lex Luthor, but then when you add jokey stuff like that, it really ruins it for me. And no, I don't mean that movies shouldn't have jokes. Obviously, they should have jokes, but good jokes that actually land and that are normally included there. Like it doesn't have to be forced. I feel like with this one, the jokes were really forced because, like I said, almost every scene has a joke. I feel like the jokes were handled better in Peacemaker. Well, Peacemaker, he was just kind of like a goofy character that make a bunch of jokes. So for me, that worked. And then when it came to the Ultraman stuff, I found out real quick when Ultraman went to the Fortress Solitude with Lex Luthor. I was like, oh, that's just a clone of Superman. I found out real quick because they're wondering how did you how did the fortress come up for you, Lex? And obviously because of the clone, it was Ultraman, which I don't know why they call him an Ultraman. Ultraman's supposed to be a evil version of Superman that looks nothing like him. He's supposed to be from different and another different Earth, but for some reason with this version they included it here. But it should have been Bizarro. They should have called him Bizarro. It shouldn't call him Ultraman. And then the end battle for me, it was anticlimactic. It was Ultraman versus Superman. Superman find out how Lex Luthor was controlling him. He called Crypto. He started destroying the cameras or the microphones where Lex Luthor was telling Ultraman what to do. And then Ultraman gets the upper hand on him, but then Superman pushes him to some, I don't know if it was a bus. I think it was a bus that drops on top of him. Well, he pushes him, and then the bus falls on top of him, and he falls all the way down to the black hole. And then Lex Luthor sends some robots with people inside, which I don't know how they didn't die, because Superman literally used the lasers on them, and then they show a goofy scene where they're all just falling down, showing you that they're still alive. So don't worry, guys, they didn't die because Superman used his lasers. So we're gonna show you guys that they didn't die. At that point, I would have preferred to see Superman being using his lasers, destroying robots, Lex Luthor robots, and also Crypto in there destroying robots. Also, the final battle was just really bad. And the war stuff didn't really care that much, honestly. I don't know why it was trying to implement the real life stuff. I hate when movies do that. Like we already in the real world. I don't want you to tell me what's going on in the real world when I'm watching a movie. That's the reason of a movie. So, and I don't want to get into that because it's another kind of worms, and that's not what my channel is about. So yeah, overall, I don't remember. I don't even remember if I gave it a rating. But the rating I will give it is a 5 out of 10. There's some still good stuff in there, like I said, some good scenes, but they just get overthrown by the jokes. Jesus, the amount of jokes this movie has. I think there's one YouTuber that actually liked the Superman movie, but he did say that the jokes kind of ruined it with him. For him, I mean, I guess I'm with that guy. He said that he liked it, but the jokes ruined it. Well, but for me, I think it ruined it more than him. Like, like there's something good on this movie, but for some reason, the way and oh, I forgot to mention the people of Metropolis. Oh my! If you people didn't like the way, people didn't leave the buildings when Zod versus Superman were fighting in Man of Steel. The people here in Metropolis are just standing there recording everything, where Superman is fighting a kaiju. Like what the heck? Like if that was real life, I guess everybody would have left. I don't even think the guy that was in the store just I think he was eating a donut or drinking coffee while watching Superman deal with the kaiju. I was like, what the heck is going on in the city of Metropolis? So yeah, it was too goofy, too cartoonish. Now I see why people say that it's cartoonish, but I don't think it doesn't compare to the actual show, the Superman the animated series. I don't think people should be comparing that because I actually like that show, and I didn't really see it in this movie. So yeah, overall, didn't like it, but hey, kudos to you if you liked it. I won't be mad at you if you liked it. So yeah, I will respect your opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you like the movie or not. Just be civil down in the comments. And I'm just gonna end it saying that Man of Steel still has the better fights in any Superman movie I have seen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.